Hello there and welcome to a brand new lesson. This is How Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. In this lesson, we want to look at linear equations with brackets. We'll focus on how to expand and then solve as well. These are the lesson objectives, and I do hope after this lesson you'll be able to achieve them. Let's quickly look into it. So, talking of the distributive law, let's start by just doing a recap of it. The distributive law says if you have a term in front of a bracket, that is to say A into bracket B plus C, then all we need to do is to distribute the outer term, that is the coefficient of the bracket, over all the terms inside the bracket, so that A multiplies B to give us AB, and A multiplies positive C to give us positive AC. That is all the distributive law is saying. Applying this law, we can expand expressions such as 2 into bracket the x plus 3, where 2 multiplies x to give us 2x, and then 2 multiplies 3 to also give us positive 6. The same way, 5 into bracket x minus 6, this time with a negative term inside. So we have 5 times x giving us our 5x, and then 5 times 6 giving us our negative 30. So with this in mind, let's look at how we can actually apply it in linear equations. So in this first example, it says we have to solve for x if 2 into bracket x plus 4 equals 14. So we have 2 into bracket x plus 4 equals 14, and we want our x. So using the distributive law, we multiply 2 by x and also multiply 2 by 4. 2 by x gives us a 2x, and 2 by 4 gives us a positive 8, which is then equal to a 14. With this, it becomes a normal linear equation we can just solve straightforward. The first thing we need to do is to move our 8. So we have 2x equals 14, then minus 8. Minus 8 because the positive 8 moves across the equal to sign to become a negative number. So that we have 2x equals 4 minus 8, then gives us a 6. So we have 6 over here. Now what we actually wanted was what? X and not 2x. So we need to solve further. For 2x equals 6, we would have to divide both sides by 2. So that this 2 cancels out to this 2. And we have our x being equal to 6 divided by 2 gives us a 3. And you realize that if you have to substitute the x in place of this x here, we have to get 14 on our left-hand side to confirm the equation. Let's look at another example. So for this second question we have here, it also has just one bracket. We'll look at other examples that might have 2 brackets in the subsequent questions. So it says 3 into bracket your 2x minus 1 is equal to 15. And we want the value of x. So expanding our bracket, we have 3 times 2x, which gives us a 6x. Then 3 times negative 1 then gives us a negative 3. And we say it's equal to 15. So since it is x we want, we move this obstacle to the other side. It is negative 3 over here, so it moves to become a positive 3. So instead of 15, we write 15 plus 3. So that we have 6x equals 15 plus 3 then gives us an 18. It now becomes a division problem, where we would have to divide both sides by 6. Why? Because 6 is multiplying, and the inverse of multiplication is division. So this 6 cancels out this 6, and we'll be left with just an x. And 6 divides 18 three times. So this is to say our x is equal to 3. And that is our final answer. So for this example we have here, you realize that both the left hand side and the right hand side do have brackets. So how do we go about it? We have our 2 into bracket x plus 3, which is equal to 4, then into bracket x minus 1. The first thing we need to do is to open all the brackets. So 2 multiplies x, then multiplies 3, 4 multiplies x, and then also multiplies the negative 1. So that we have 2 times x, which gives us a 2x. Then 2 times 3 gives us a positive 6, equals 4 times x, then gives us a 4x. And then 4 times negative 1 also gives us a negative 4. We need now to group like terms. So I'd like to put all the values or all the terms with x on the left hand side, the constants on the right hand side. On the left hand side, we already have our 2x. So all we need to do is to bring this positive 4x to the left hand side. And it comes as a negative 4x equals, on the right hand side, we already have this negative 4. So we will now want to bring the positive 6 to this side. And since it's positive 6, it moves to the other side to become a negative 6. We now try and then simplify. 2x minus 4x then gives us a negative 2x. That is 4 minus 2. The negative 4 minus 6 also gives us a negative 10. So since it is x we want and not 2x, we are going to divide both sides by negative 2. So dividing both sides by negative 2, we have the negative cancelling out the negative, then 2 divides 2, we'll be left with our x. So x is equal to negative 10 divided by negative 2 gives us a 5. So it simply means our x is equal to 5, as simple as that. So this is how we basically solve equations involving brackets. Let's solve one last one, and then I'll give you some exercises so you try on your own. So for our last question, it says we have to find the value of x that satisfies the equation 3 into bracket 2x plus 5 equals 2 into bracket x plus 10. We would solve, after which we will substitute to prove that it really satisfies the equation. You can always use that method to be sure of your answers. So the question says 3 into bracket 2x plus 5, and it's equal to 2 into bracket the x plus 10. So the first thing we need to do is to open our brackets. So 3 multiplies 2x to give us the 6x, and it multiplies 5 to give us a 15. And then 2 multiplies x to give us a 2x, and also multiplies 10 to give us a positive 20. So grouping like terms, we have our 6x on this side of the equation. Then 2x comes to the other side to give us a negative 2x. Then on our right hand side, we already have our 20. So 15 moves to the other side to give us a negative 15. 6x minus 2x gives us a 4x. We have 4x being equal to a 20 minus 15, which is what? 5. At this stage, we'll need to divide each and every term by the coefficient of x, which is 4. So we say 4 divides 4, and then we are left with an x. So x is equal to 5 over 4. And that is a solution to our equation. Now let's verify whether or not that is really the solution. So we know an equation is true if and only if the right hand side, or let me say the left hand side, is equal to the right hand side. Now, if this is not true, then the equation is not true. So if we want to confirm that what we have is correct, then we have to do substitution. So we have 3, then in a bracket 2x. So I'm going to put the x in a bracket, and that is 5/4. And I'll close my bracket. Then plus 5. And for this side, we have 2. Then into bracket, the x comes again, which is the 5/4. Then plus 10. So we have 3. Then into bracket, 2 times 5/4 gives us a 5/2. Then we have plus 5, which is equal to, we have 2 into bracket 5/4 plus 10 will then give us a 45/4. So we can simplify this further. That is the left hand side, giving us a 3 into bracket 5/2 plus 5/10 gives us a 15/2. And what do we have here? We have 2 dividing 4 give us a 45/2. What do we have here as well? So this can be written as over 1. So 13 times 15 also gives us a 45, and we have 1 times 2 giving us a 2. Comparing the left hand side to the right hand side, you realize they are equal. And this proves that the answer we had is correct. And that is just that. So basically, anytime you solve and you want to be sure of your answer, you try and then substitute to the left hand side. And if there are variables on the right hand side, you do the same as well. And then check whether or not you are getting the same answer on both sides. So with respect to all that we've done so far, here are some equations or some questions you can try just to test your understanding. You can always do your back substitution so you're able to prove whether or not your answers are correct. If this was your first time on this channel and you do think it will be of help to you, you can choose to subscribe if you so do wish, so that anytime I release a video, you'll be notified as well. Bye for now and take care.